Hello, good evening, and welcome back to election 2023, the force in your community. Well, it's just over an hour ago since I gave the prediction as to what I think is going to happen here in Bury when those election results are actually officially analysed and counted tomorrow. Counting is believed to start around 9 or 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So just a reminder of my prediction for Bury, which at the moment is in control by Labour. There's not going to be any change there. Labour will still be in full control. Well, sorry, they will still be in control of Bury Council, but I'm predicting that they will have an increased majority. At the moment, they have 29 seats. I'm predicting it's going to go up to 32, so that's an increase of 3, but the actual majority will be 13. The opposition party will no longer be the Conservatives. I am predicting that the Conservatives tonight in these local elections are going to be losing Elton, as well as Tottington, North Manor, which was created for the Conservatives. I'm expecting to lose Pilkington Park. I'm definitely expecting them to lose Radcliffe North and Ainsworth. So those 5 seats, out of those, 3 will go to Labour, 1 will go to Independent, Wendy Wallington, that's in Tottington, the other seat will go to Radcliffe First. Now, because that other seat is going to go to Radcliffe First will then have 9 seats in Radcliffe. They'll have all the seats in Radcliffe from the 3 footballs of 3 councillors. That means then, because they are 9, they will be the official opposition party in Bury. But it doesn't end there. Okay, Labour will be very happy at the thought that they will have a majority of 13 based on my prediction, which of course can go either way. I'm feeling confident on this prediction. Now, they will not take the 9th seat in Prestwich. They will not take the 3rd seat in Holyrood. Steve Wright, who regularly comes on to Ben Shattuck on Sunday, will hold on to that seat. I mean, it will be weighted for the majority, but he will hold on. But there are independent candidates who have been standing in different parts of the borough. Martin West, who joined me on Monday with his agent, he's standing in Bedford. He's told me about how the turnout in the polling stations has been bigger than what it normally is. Now, I'm not predicting Martin to win on this specific occasion, but I think he would do something spectacular. But most likely come second, we'll see how much of the margin and how much of the majority has been dented for Labour in Bedford, which is a very strong Labour ward. Pilkington Park, I'm putting Labour on there. Although there's a lot of hard work been going in by Dr. Shadman Azam, and Azam, who is joined me on Tuesday evening for a special edition of Ben Shattuck on Tuesday. Now, when I was talking with him, Dr. Shadman Zaman, I do apologise. When I was talking with him, he was saying about the fact he's gone around every house within the ward. So he's put up a big fight. Nick Jones is expected to lose that seat for the Conservatives, but I still think it's going to go to Labour. We will see how that goes as those results start to come in tomorrow. Okay, so what I'm saying is Labour are expected to win in 2 wards there, gain 1, but that majority will be interesting to see what the 2 independents do there. And as well, they said, when in Wallington, who's standing as an independent in Tottington, that is definitely a done deal. So this means now that the Conservatives are losing 5 seats and becoming the 3rd party in Bury. Let's put all that into a general election. That means then that James Daly will lose his seat as a Conservative MP if this is a general election. And it also means as well that Christian Wakeford will hold on to the seat because, of course, he is now a Labour MP. He was Conservative, but crossed the bench, he crossed the floor last year, saving the then Prime Minister Boris Johnson. So therefore, both North and South will be Labour. That's happened before. But I also want to put something else into the equation here as well, because there's a lot going on regarding these results. If you think that Labour are massively ahead there with that prediction of 13 seats, 13 different seats. So just think about the fact that each of the townships across Bury, most of them have 9 councillors. So for instance, you've got Radcliffe, 9 councillors, but split into 3 separate wards. Fprce, 9 councillors, but split into 3 separate wards. That majority there of 13 almost, it's like it's at least one township of the majority. So it's like a majority of the whole of like Fprce or the whole of Radcliffe, etc. But just think if there was no Radcliffe first, and if the Labour was still in power, obviously they are still in power, but still had councillors in Radcliffe. We'll take Radcliffe North and Ainsworth out of the equation because that over recent years has gone back to being Conservative after a time when it was Conservative and back to Labour, all kinds of different things. So imagine if they had all of those six seats in the East and West, that would then have a majority of 19. So it's definitely showing, and I don't think I've ever known out of the whole 20 odd years that I've taken for initially from being very much involved as a then Labour activist and candidate. I don't think I've ever known a majority on that kind of scale. And don't forget, of course, at that particular stage when I first started going to the county in 2002 and 2003, there was no North Lanarkshire. So this is going to be a good voting session as far as Labour is concerned, but the work of these independents, specifically Radcliffe First and these others, such as Martin, Chapman, and also there's others who I've not mentioned there, because there is also one standing in Elton as well. And of course, as I said, there's Wendy and all these different ones. That is going to make a difference. And as I said before, when I was deciding on a name to give this, with it being Star Wars Day, I said the force in your community, the force is proving to be the independents. Now, just going away from Bury just for the moment, and of course at the moment there are no results in, so that's why I can't actually give you anything. First of all, I did say earlier on England and Wales, there are no elections taking place in Wales today. I stand corrected there. I do apologise for giving wrong information. And sometimes when you're doing things like this, there can be certain things where something might come in, or you hear something and then it doesn't always go exactly as it is. So some things can be up in the air, different rumours, as we'll definitely find out as things go on tomorrow. But as well, I did mention that Oldham is also up for all-out elections. So the elections have been held in every borough of Greater Manchester to decide who will run the vital public services. I'm just reading the Manchester Evening News, but actually in 6 boroughs, that's Bolton, Stockport, Oldham, Wigan, Trafford and Tameside, there are all-out elections. Some of these are going to be overnight, some will be taking place tomorrow. I'm talking about the county when I say overnight. So it's going to be very, very interesting indeed. So Bolton, Salford and Tameside, they're expecting the results in the early hours of the morning, subject of course to any recounts. So we'll see exactly what happens from there. Also been looking at some of the media channels as well, and there's no doubt about it, the Conservatives are expected to be losing over 8,000 seats. But is there an opportunity for the Prime Minister to try and pull this back for a year or even 18 months away for the next general election? That is it from me for this evening. I said I'll be, looking at stuff over till midnight, but I'm not expecting anything more to actually continue. There's certainly nothing to bury, and I'm not expecting any other big breaking stories as it stands at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I will call it a night for the moment, but I will be back here at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning with all the latest developments as we prepare for these election results here in Bury, and we'll look at the analysis from overnight. So I will get a little bit of shut eye, as I have been up now since 4:15 this morning, but I feel more awake now than what I did earlier on in the day. Thank you to Mark, who said thanks, Ben. That's very, very kind. Thank you to anybody who's actually watching and taking an interest in this. I do enjoy doing this kind of thing. So I wish everybody a very, very good evening, and I will see everybody tomorrow. Take care, good night, and God bless. See you all tomorrow. Goodbye.